All right, YouTube. We're here with the top 32 from the Indianapolis Regional. My buddy Jose, Danny, whatever you want to call him, either way. Sorry, I'm nice this. What'd you play?
Like I said, I go by Danny. I played Tri-brigade lyriclusc for the Indy Regional. About 350 players, and I got 26th place, and got my invite. This would be my second invite. So I started I just want to start off and say that I started off 1-2, and then I told myself, like, it's the last regional before Nats, and I'm gonna get it. So I just went ahead and just won 6 straight, went 7-2, and very, very pleased with the deck. And yeah, let's get into it.
Yep.
All right, so first of all, obviously, 3 fractal, self-explanatory. I don't need to play it like say anything else. 3 Nerval, 3 Kit, and 2 QRS. I feel like this ratio standard. I don't think you need to play anymore. I don't think cutting this to 1 is correct. It does come up sometimes, so I play 2 anyways. So there's no need to explain. These cards have been out for a while now. That's it for the Tri-brigade version. Then I played this version, which is 1 Cobalt, 1 Sapphire, and 3 Walker. So people ask me why I don't play like the other one of the other 2. One of the yellow one locks you into lyricless monsters, and silver is
So the yellows, I think, exceeds monsters.
yes,
Isn't it?
and silver I've play tested with it a little bit. It's okay, it's not bad, but I just like this ratio. It's been really good to me, so I wouldn't change it. So that's it for the lyric list, and we are still playing the cats. So we're also playing 3 cat, as much consistency as possible. The deck's pretty consistent, but we're just maximizing, ways to play. And cat's really good for that. And then this is one card I've played for the past month. It's so good. I think you guys get the gist of why I play this. I play the 1 Fabled Cerebral. It's a tuner beast, which allows me to go into one of the monsters in my extra deck. Well, you'll see soon. So now we're going to go to the hand trap lineup. I play 2 Crow. I was playing 3, but I decided to cut down to 2. It's searchable in your deck, and it's really good this format. So it being searchable and it just being all around a good meta call, it's really good. So play 2.
Yep.
2 Effect Veiler. I've always thought about cutting this card, but every tournament I've played in, it's been really clutch. It's really good. And then so I do not play Nib. I was playing Nib for a while and decided Nib's just not that great in this deck. Just not that great all around. I know people are still not respecting Nib, but for me, it doesn't work for me in this deck. I sided in more than anything, so I decided to play 2 Droll and Lockbird. I've been on Droll for the past month, and it's really good. Like, this card's like OP, like Floodgate plus your board is insane. So this card is just really good. It's better to me. It's a Floodgate. It's really good. And then Avishly Standard, the best hand trap in the game. Ash, generic, just really good. Stops the branded fusion. So that's it for the hand traps. We'll go off to the spells. 1 of Call by the Grave. Should be banned, like everybody said. Definitely bannable. Foolish Burial. Card's really good as well. I was playing 3 talents. I played 2 talents. This card was MVP of the regional. I use this a lot I did half and half. I use it like half the time to look at my opponent's hand if I drew like really good. If like they ash my fractal or something like that. I would just look at the hand because my hand was just insane. And if my hand wasn't that insane, I'd draw 2. Simple. I didn't really use the effect to steal a monster. That didn't come up too much. Yeah. I think it came up one time. I stole my opponent's Selene because I negated his Selene, so it stayed on the field and he couldn't really do anything. I stole the Selene and made my own access code for game. 2 Fire Formation Tanky. It's good, adds consistency, it's really great. And then we played the 3 Bird Call, card's insane. And then 2 Droplets. I wanted to keep at 45, so I decided just to play 2 Droplets. I think everything that I played in this deck, I really like the ratio, so 2 Droplets good enough. I don't want to oversee this card, but I also don't want to undersee this card, so 2 is really good. It did come up quite a bit, and I saw it when I needed to see it. So that's it for the spells. And then for the trap cards, not very many. 2 Revolt, 3 Imperm. Cards crack. Some people cut this down to 1. I don't like playing 1. I've theorized and played 1. The reason is because it comes with situations where, like, if you get Lancet and you can still fill up your graveyard, it's great. Hard drawing is not the worst, but it's not the best. But it's just nice to have it there. And a lot of the times I side one going into games 2 and 3. If I win like game 1, I'll side one out. Game 2, and then game 3s if I'm going first, I side one out because I only need to ever resolve it one time. If you're resolving this card more than if you're trying to resolve this card 2 times in a game, you're probably far behind and you probably shouldn't win that game. So that's it for the main. We're going to go off to the side deck. So, side deck, we played 2-Dimension Barrier. Card's really good. I think I sided it in but never drew into it. 3 Anti-Spell. I sided in as well. Maybe activated it once. Then I went 3 Twin Twisters and 1 Cosmic for backer removal. Card's really good with your kit and your Nerval. It's really good. That's why I decided to play 3 Twin over 3 Cosmic, because of just the synergy from discarding it from your hand. This is a little, it's not spicy or anything, but it's just tech-wise. I decided to play 1 Dark Ruler no more, because I was theorizing and telling myself, do I want to play Dark Ruler at 2 or 3 my main, or Droplet, and realized Droplet's just obviously all around better. Even though Dark Ruler costs you less cards, you can OTK with Dark Ruler. But against some weird, really cracked boards, what I would do is I just side in one of this and have the 2 droplets. So I'd have this 2 droplet and this plus my nibs. So it was just really good. I saw it once. I resolved it. It was really good. I broke the board, just went Zeus, and then made my own board, and they couldn't play. 2 Tone Collector. I only played 1 Sword Soul all day, so it was there if I played more. And then 3 Nib. So the reason why I didn't play this card in my main is it puts you on a thing where you have to open up Bird Call plus another bird for you to be able to special summon and do the combo. Otherwise, if you opened up double bird and you already nib your opponent, you can't do the effect of special because you control a monster, which kind of sucks. So that's why I didn't main it. So it made you have to hard draw a bird and Bird Call to resolve the combo. So that's it for the side. And then for the extra deck, a lot of it's pretty standard. We played 1 Starling. Card's really crack. I can see why they put it to there's many times where I'm like, I could have went into 2, but it's banned or semi-limited. And then this for Zeus. Card's really good. And then obviously Zeus. I think I resolved Zeus 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with what you said earlier. Downer, no.
Yeah.
That's greedy.
And then I played for the Lynx. I played the 1 Doom Eagle. Card's really good.
Oh, yeah.
I played 1 Access Code. 1 All Mirage. 1 Double Dragon Lords. 1 Appaloosa. One of the main reasons why this deck is really good is I think I summon Appaloosa almost every game 1. It's crazy. Card's really good, especially with the way my end board. I'll just show a quick combo tutorial after the profile real quick to show you guys my end board typically with just a bird calling a bird. And then we played 2 Ferjit. This is why I played this over the Downer, because a lot of people cut this to 1 or cut the Regal in general, and these come up in situations like getting nibbed or something, or you draw really weird and you just end on Regal and Revolt, which is still kind of good because you get 2 resources back, so you have to play these. I don't think cutting 1 is correct because I got nibbed 2, 3, 4 times, and having a second one of this and having this was really clutch. So I wouldn't cut them. They need to stay at the ratio of 2-1. 1 Bear Broom. Also, this card's really cracked. If I get nibbed and I make this, I usually use the effect to ditch 2 cards. If I have the 2 cards in my hand, do the 2 cards, special summon 1 for my banished. Of a name that I haven't used, use the effect, summon another Ferjit, like I said, playing through the nib, summon another Ferjit, and you would still get Appaloosa Revolt through an Nibiru. And then I play the Double Omen. Card's really good. And then this is what I play the server with, Herald of Arclight. So this card is so good. I win so many matches, so many games, just summoning Herald on top of Appaloosa, on top of my end board. This card's insane. Card's really fucking good.
Oh, yeah. And
So-
how many times did you get Lancia at the tournament? You mentioned to me.
I got Lancia twice, and it didn't matter.
broken.
That and everybody in this format is on Despia, Sword Soul, and stuff. And a lot of those decks are not, like, outside of Sword Soul, them banishing the 10 they custom off from that. But other than that, Lance's just not great this format.
Yep.
So people are not playing, and the people that do, well, they do. So I'm not really worried about it. So really quick, I just want to just show a quick combo with just Bird and what my end board typically is. And mind you, if I have, like, just say 1, 2, 3, 4, this, and we'll go green. So typically, this is my hand. Typically what you want to do, these cards don't matter. This is what matters. Activate Bird Call. You're going to send Brown, or use the effect, declare effect special, non-targeting from hand, or graveyard. Use effect to search. Unless you hard drew the blue or the other one, you're going to search blue, or you can search Nerval. It doesn't matter which or. So now you search blue, and then you overlay for these. And this is important. When you're using this effect, do not detach Cobalt. So you're going to then detach. Can be targeted, so Imperm, Veiler, doesn't matter. Can't target it. And then you're going to search your Nerval. And then from there, you're going to use the effect to special summon these two simultaneously. And then you're going to link these two off. So now you have 4. You're going to make your Ferrigit. And then you're going to use the effect. You're going to banish 4. This is why I said I only really need to resolve Revolt once, because I already used one of my Omens. And then you're going to link these two. Do this. You're going to go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. If you didn't hard draw them, then normally I would search a cat or something. Cerebral. And Cuirass. And then what you'll do from here is you'll go Cuirass effect, get Cerebral, and because it's discarded, use effect to special. Then you use this to banish 2, so you have 2 left. You'll summon your double Dragon Lords, and then use these to make your Herald. Because if you once you just go to the graveyard and use its effect, you're locked. And then normally in here, if I haven't normal summoned at all, so if I were to like normal summon a cat or something, I can use cat's effect to summon 2 and make a 4 to get Appaloosa. But let's just say like I normal summon anything, I could normal summon it. But in this case, you know, if I did, let's say just for here, I just make Appaloosa here. Whether it's for 2 to 3 negates, usually it's 2 to 3 negates. Typically it's 3. And then, you know, I'll usually do this and this because I usually search it first, so I don't have to, like, since I play 2 copies, so I'm not drawing multiples or draw into it. And then you would search. If I can find it. Oh, it's already in my hand. Search a Revolt. And then you would cut, put one at the bottom of the deck, put a random one, and then you draw. And then you put one at the bottom of the deck, depending on, let's say this. And then typically, depending on your hand, in this case I had Call by the Grave, Infinite Permanence in this, and then you could set all of it, or in this case I would just set Revolt and then Permanent Call by the Grave. So that's typically like an end board. You have anywhere between 2 to 3 cards, plus this is the end board. So it's 2 to 3 negate Appaloosa, a bounce, an Omni negate, and then Revolt, so you end up on 3, 4, 5, or 3, 4, 5, 6. If it has 4, it'd be 7 interruptions. So that's typically the combo. So that's all I have to say. I just want to give quick shout outs. Shout out to Kokomo and the boys here. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to everybody that I playtest with. And stuff like that. And yeah, that's it.
All right.
Thanks.